Ah, back in camp, and how about if we give something to this bored elf to study?
Make of onnen.
You bring plants from the pools? Eh, smells almost as bad as the sorrow stones Mother Amma is forever crushing. And give it here then, let me see. It says as I expected. The plants are indeed causing the pools to turn sour. Well, that explains the strange color in there. Fortunately, I know the remedy. Uh, go on down to um, Cuthredlock, the river what cuts through the center of the gap. On the banks you will find clay. Bring the clay to me, and we shall craft an antidote for the pools. All right, fine. I hope it'll do. What else you need me to do?
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
You have my gratitude for your assistance with the fountains. I wonder if I might ask you for further help. I have read about three rare plants that grow here in the Cloven Gap. One of them is said to cure stomach ailments, and I believe it could be useful for eventual sailing to the west. uh, Saturn does not do so well with the rocking of boats, which is no doubt why she agreed to put off for as long as we have. Sadly, my book is unclear on which plant has this property. The three plants are called um, Dawath, Fingloth, and Elias in Sindarin. Alright. Alright, yeah, I could see what they look like from your book, though I can't quite read the names. Yes, well, in any case, gather some of each of these for me and bring them back here. Uh, uh, please? Alright, fine. I will look for these plants, because I'm sure I'll be out again and will be asked to collect more stuff. Here, Mother Amma.
Bless me, the stench of carrick would shear the beard off Durin himself.
Well, what did you expect?
There is something else going on here.
The Sarrowstone crystal you collected from the wargs is akin to the ones that we saw in Elderslade, but there is something else going on. The color is new and it feels different. Blah! The stench remains just as vile, however. Now, then, where is the madman's journal? Oh, yes, here it is. Yes. Ooh. Yes, Mallory Kenyard is working on it currently. Ah, well, go over and see what he has discovered. Yes. Alright. Well, oh yes, we also have to other things to worry about, like the trip to the benches.
At your service and your families.
So the fountains still flow? Ah, my mind wanders to what it must have been like. Doors of all ages, relaxing, enjoying the day, chatting together on the benches, the fountains splashing merrily. We shall return to this glory, my friend. Someday. Yes, someday.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Yes, well, in any case, now welcome to Mazamanar, friend. In ancient days, the area would have been a bustling marketplace, tables and crates piled high, full of goods grown in the tiers below. From here, you can see much of the gap, and just north of here lies the tunnel, which would allow outside visitors into the mountains to shop their wares. The records speak of a grand open-air museum full of gems, precious metals, and stones gathered across Gundabad. All I could uncover is that it lies north of here. Things aren't very nice up to the north. Yes, above the river, where the gems might glitter in the light and the sun rays. Well, good luck, friend! if it's too far north, I'm not going. That's not going to tell you that. I am just going to make that clear right from the start, is that if it's too far north, I am not going to be going there.
Long live King Thorin! Long live Durin Stonehelmson!
Well, why are you doing that? Across the river Kundushalak, tucked into the curve of the gas walls, is Garashamar, the ancient homestead of Fostuli's line. And his kin were the caretakers of Cloven Gap in ancient days. The markets they oversaw brought them wealth, some of which they invested back into the improvements and upkeep of the Gap. Some of their gold went into the building of Gereshamar, an estate that housed the families and friends and which served as sentinels over the river and the cavern. Cross the river and explore that area. Well, if I got time. I've got lots of other stuff to do also. And what do you want? Well, if you're going to Garanashimar anyway, won't you kill some Gangren while you're there? I haven't yet promised that I would even go there. Here's our translator. Hello?
Aye, I finished my translation. I am none too happy about what I found in these pages.
There are unholy and fell dealings with the evil creatures, muck monsters, dragons, and abominations of nature all through these pages. The journal and its translation are on the table. You tell Mother Amma to be careful. This madman is not acting alone. Alright, I shall give her the warning. I'll have to. Very well. We'll see what she says about this. Here's the translations, and apparently that madman has other people working with him.
What news do you bring? Malur has completed the translation?
Alright, well, let's have a look. There you go.
As we suspected, Bragha Fellwinder was not the only one mixing fell magic with the corrupted Sarrowstone crystals.
It appears that Filth and Ilver were also working under the command of Galakan. As we suspected, Bragda Fellwinder was not the only one mixing fell magic with the corrupted Sarrowstone crystals. According to the journal, there are experiments taking place up and down the Cloven Gap. We have found and defeated 2 of these underlings, but more yet remain. We must stop them before they are successful, Pineleaf. An Agrim named Marath was tasked with corrupting the worms that have taken up residence in the northern end of Cloven Gap. Head there next, friend, and let us hope that their efforts were in vain. Oh, and I was avoiding going north. Oh, I'm going to run into a dragon, aren't I? I suppose now we should find out whether or not she was impressed with the fireworks.
Aye?
Welcome back, friend. Yes, I saw the display, and one of the merchants came by to apologize to Nazmi for the late shipment. Nazmi had me moved here for the spectacular view, did he not? He's always been so thoughtful in his deeds, but foolish with his timeliness of his words. They were quite the thing, weren't they? I suppose I might find it in my heart to forgive him. Well, I suppose that's progress. Progress. Now, which of all these tasks am I going to do next? After some thinking, I decided that I will collect a few flowers, but also head to the north. And that way, if I get eaten by a dragon, I won't have to worry about going to check on those Angmarim. That sounds like a good compromise. Well, except for the bit about being eaten by a dragon. There are captive worms down there. If that's not a place of nasty experiments, I don't know what is. Now, how do I get down there without breaking my neck? Perhaps this is a little bit closer than I really wanted to be to these worms, but I was asked to defeat a few of them, so we'll do so. And there's an angrim there. And maybe that angrim could lead us to our target. You're not going to... Yeah. You're not going to be too much of a problem. Alright, now let's deal with this angrim. What is that over there? Oh. Holding up a sword, were you? Alright. Now, could you tell me where I could find MAGIX? Nope. You're not going to tell me. Are you sure about that? Alright, fine. Fine. I'm just saying it would go better. No, it won't go better. Oh! Hello, MAGIX! You're MAGIX. Well, how about that? I didn't expect to find you so quickly. Alright, well then. So much for him. Now, let's see. Another paper fragment, of course. What else is new? This is the river. The question is, where do I find the clay? These seem to be the banks of the river, and it seems to be a rather sharp slope here. Not exactly a place where you're going to find deposits of clay, as far as I can tell. Perhaps maybe up where those stairs are located? Well, at least it'll help me to get out of this river, because it's a cold river! Probably because it's flowing from the north. We have all that ice melt. Oh, hello! Hey, could you tell me where I can find some clay? Not in a conversational mood, I see. Well, I suppose I've been asked to reduce the population of worms a little bit in the area, so thank you for volunteering. Ooh. Treasure. Now, oh, more worms, but no clay. You wouldn't have to know where I could find... Never mind. You're probably less talkative than your parents. Ooh, wait a moment. Clay. Ah! Right. So there is clay along the river. Plus worms. Clay and worms. Wormy clay. Clay filled with worms. Whatever. Let's just collect some. Ah! This looks like the fiend growth I'm supposed to be finding. Good. That's our second type of plant. Maybe I can find a few more of them also in the meantime. Ah! Elialis. I think that's the last type of flower I need. I'll just find a few more, such as here, and after that, maybe we can get back to camp, or should I search further north? I'll just take one quick look for this Tharakeen and see if I could find it. Though, if it takes me too long, I am just going to go back to camp and forget all about it. And maybe someone else could map everything out. Whatever it is, we've got a lot of snow here. worried about that frost drake. It better not be around here somewhere. And who knows, I may have to find Tharakeen's baubles in order to get there. Find some stolen gems. Who could have stolen gems? Looks like we've got hobgoblins here. Well, we'll just have to deal with them. Well, they're frostbound hobgoblins, so I suppose they like this weather. Right? Well, let's just have to deal with a few of them. Actually, I might be getting a little bit away from where I was expecting to go. Oh. I was just going looking for a pile of rocks and I wind up running into a bunch of hobgoblins. This is most unfortunate. Looks like I finally found the rock displays. Oh, hold on. Apparently these rock displays are being guarded by prowlers. Hey! Why did you attack me? You just have stayed out of the way and stayed alive, right? But no, you decided that you had to have a piece of me also. Hey, that cat was probably coming after you in the first place. Just think about that. Now, here's some interesting crystals up here. Ooh. There's some interesting displays. What else have we got around here that would be of interest? How about this display? A glittering stalagmite, right? What else do we have? Looks like somebody's stolen something from here? That's not good. Not good at all. It looks like they have some basalt here. Anything else of interest before we return? Oh, hold on. Actually, this looks more like a... Now, is this intentional? A stone troll? Apparently this troll is the bird's feeding ground and resented my being there. So, did the troll try to steal something, get caught in the sunlight, and somebody then stole it from the troll? Or did the dwarves intentionally place a stoned troll up here? Questions for the future. Now, back to camp. I found the Angrim. Apparently she was hiding from the worms. What do you say about that?
Welcome back, friend.
All you can do is laugh? Oh well.
I know not why I am always surprised and horrified in you by the lengths the Angmarine will go to.
Yes, but this passage in the journal made my beard curl. Listen to this. Kragaka has retreated back to her hole in the ruins, claiming the drakes that she was working on are too powerful and deadly to be controlled. She had the audacity to suggest her tests on the drakes were a success and that maybe she could head back to the surface. Coward! Imbecile! Traitor! My master has demanded more tests. More tests. My master in the muck. The bones are leaking. I told Krogaka that she was not done. Not done with the bones and the tests and the muck. She is now testing the crystals on the magic leaking much magic spells and bones. Goes on to ramble for some time. What matters is that we know where they are holed up. Head over to the Angrum camp and stop this madness. Alright, I will do that. What else?
No, not why I am always surprised and horrified in you by the length the Angmarin will go to.
Yes, the traitorous prisoners, the ones who tried to get away, like she tried to get away, they are being tested now. Tested for the master in the muck. They're using the crystals and sorceries on their own people now. We must stop them before they're successful. Free who you can, if possible. They are the enemy, but no one deserves that fate. Alright, fine. I'll see about that. Well, here's some clay. Yeah.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Oh, did you fall in? Do you have the clay? Excellent. This will serve perfectly. Take the clay to the workbench and mix it in with the ingredients in the mortar. Then you were done. Add a few drops to the pools of the waters shall run clear once more. And if you don't mind, that is, my sister has informed me that I'm not to order you around. She's getting tired of her sister, I think.
Megavonnen.
Oh, you come bearing plants? Lovely. Let us see what we have.
You may be of service to me.
Yes, I am still studying 2 of the plants, but I do recognize one of them. What we are calling Danwat is known in your language as Duskenshade, and it is known to provide relief to those who are injured. If you're still of mind to help, will you bring this bundle to Threfly? He's stationed in a small camp north of here. I'll worry about that at some point in the future. Hold on, let's take care of this. Let's just mortar and pestle. Alright, there you go. And what else? I'll think about doing more stuff later. Right now, what about Garja? I found the place.
What news do you bring?
You found it! I wonder what has been on display there. I fear anything of value will have been plundered long ago, alas. Well, yes. And also, speaking of plundered, I found these off of hobgoblins.
Long live King Sorin! Long live Durin Stonehelmson!
Gems. I would guess that these were once part of the museum. Yes, that's what I thought. Well then, I guess that finishes our bit of map making, but we do have to treat some pools and maybe deliver some flowers, and perhaps I could finally take care of the Angrim problem here. And what about Broin? Perhaps we'll find that out in the next episode of The Legacy of Durin.